Look at that. Water's bloody cold. It's another beautiful little lake. You ever had a conversation with someone where they mentioned a trail that might exist to some back lake, and you don't know anything about the lake, you don't know what fish are in it, you don't even know if you can get in there, but the mystery of it makes you crave it. Today I'll be trying to knock off one of those lakes back on this trail, and it'll probably be my last softwater trip of this camping season, so I hope it's a good one. The trail is quite good. It's a constant incline for almost the whole 560 meters, which I measured on my cell phone. But the moss doesn't seem to be smushed down here at all. There's no boat cache, and there's not a good landing there. Got to get your feet wet for a while. So I'm gathering that this is a snowmobile trail only. Water's bloody cold. End of October here. All right. It's a beautiful little lake, but I just found a trail to the next one, so this little adventure is going to continue. Oh, jeez. It's another beautiful little lake, probably twice as big as the last one, perfect for the canoe. But if there's a trail to this lake, there's another lake pretty close to here, closer than this one is to the last. So there's probably another trail. Yep. Just walked it first to clear the trail and see what it's like here. Looks pretty nice. Now I just have to pick one to camp on. I'm back on the second lake, decided I would camp there, and found a good clear area, which is rare here. Boreal forest is thick to the shore. But there's a big dead spruce looming over it, which is really dangerous to go the night with that looming over you and potentially ready to fall. Taking it down is probably even more dangerous, especially without the right tools, hard hat and everything. But based on how it's laid out, I believe I can do it safely. There are a couple of trees here which shouldn't allow it to fall here. I can jump into this area if need be, and should be safe here. And I'm gonna cut it so that it falls the other way anyway, so should be fine. Close. Now I'm being careful not to rock the tree because it could easily topple back this way, which is not what I want. So I'm only applying pressure that way. No rocking motion at all. This is a big tree. I truly do not advise doing this. This is really a stupid idea. I know that I've taken the calculated risk here, thought it through. I didn't just jump into this. I analyzed it for a while, but I still do not recommend doing this. Okay, it's about to go down. It's going the angle I want it to. Okay, here we go. Yeah! It's a bit of a rush. Here's one of the biggest dangers in doing this. The top broke off. That will often happen. And that top can go any direction. It did go, the whole tree was leaning this way, and that's one of the only reasons I felt comfortable doing this, but please just don't do this. Tonight, for the first time, I'll be using this Climate Insulated Static V sleeping pad. An R value of 4.4 as opposed to my normal mat, which is 3.2. Should help a lot with temperatures getting around 0 tonight. We'll see how it does. Been fishing probably 2 or 3 hours today and haven't had a bite, which doesn't surprise me at all. Getting a snowmobile trail into a small lake like this can completely decimate it. If, like, let's say this, hypothetically, this is a Brook Trout lake, which in Zone 7 in Ontario has a limit of 5 with a sport license, which is a crazy high limit for brookies in my opinion. And let's say they come in here 4 times in the winter and they take their limit each time. That's 20 fish if that's one person doing that. If there are 2, 4, 10 people doing that, this fishery does not last long. It's hard to imagine how many fish might be in a lake because you can't see it. You never get that perspective as to how many fish are in the lake, whereas you can see the birds and the squirrels and the moose. There aren't that many fish in a small lake. This evening I'm drinking Black Fly, vodka, sour grape flavor. There was a beer in the fridge last night, a can, and Erin drank it. She didn't know. Who am I kidding? This is good. And it's 7%, so it's got that going for it. For dinner I've got a big pot of split pea soup, which Erin made this week, leftovers. That's good. It's the best season for soup. If you're not familiar with this is a pot gripper. You can use it on any pot or pan. It just grabs onto the lip like that. It's a lot nicer than fussing with handles on your pots and pans, which can burn if you're using them on the fire. I actually found it on a campsite once and adopted it pretty quickly. It's the best. Pairs well with red meat, pastas, and split pea soup. Perfect! Nice and cozy in here. New buck. Should be good. Now it's time for something I like to call Scotch and Solitude. Oh yeah. That purple stuff gave me a headache. Oh, this is good. Oh. So this is a first. I've actually got cell phone signal here. And I'm watching Hockey Night in Canada. This is pretty hilarious. Go Leafs go. Bloody helicopter. Can't get any peace and quiet around here. Smart. These mini chocolatines were getting a little stale. I bought them half off. But a little spritzing with water and toasting them brings them right back to life, like they just came out of the oven. I was gonna eat these stale, but I had one bite and it was pretty meh. I thought, nope, the last trip of the season. Slow down, soak it up. There are slugs all over my gear this morning. I love almost every part of nature, but I hate slugs. Just get all over everything. Leave their slimy trail. Time to go check out that third lake. What a beautiful little lake. My favorite of the three, I think. So peaceful and pretty. And canoes are just made for small lakes like this. Just got back to camp on the second lake where I left my gear. And I was gonna have a fish for lunch, but that hasn't materialized. So I'm gonna dust a bag of chips. Who needs fish? Hey, on the 750 meter back into the first lake. I like to call out once in a while just so I don't spook animals or hunters. You never know where you're gonna find a hunter, and if you're just smashing through the bush, you might get the wrong idea. Well, these lakes didn't turn into the honey holes that I hoped they'd be, but a weekend this beautiful right before freeze up is nothing to complain about. Not quite done yet. Back on my access lake. Just trolling along, and I have no idea what this is. Pike? Yep. Okay. Whoops. pike. Got the railway going beside me here. Gonna fish on. Oh wow, what is this? Got some color to it. Oh no! Dang. I don't know what that was, but it has some real color. Red. No way. That's Superior right there. I didn't know you could access Superior here. Very cool. That is really interesting. So that was probably a big coaster brook trout. It was at least a 5-pound brookie, at least. Came out just into the mouth, and there's another fish on here. Oh, trout. Oh my goodness. What a spectacular fish. Another brookie, out of season, get it back right away, but wow, you gotta see the colors on this. Wetting my hands before I handle it. Look at that. And they have black gums, it looks like. We'll let it go right away. There it goes. That was awesome. Spectacular. Back on the other side, and another fish on. I think a pike this time. Man, it feels good to be back on a lake with fish. Yep, nice thick pike. Oh. Here we go. Not a bad pike. That'll be a good keeper. Can't keep rookies right now, but I can keep pike, so take that one home. Gonna get to shore and dispatch this guy immediately. Little Cleo. I gotta get home, but that was a real nice way to end it. See you next year, softwater.